Good morning friends, myself Lalit Kaur, PGP Commerce from KV number 2 Air Force Station Jodhpur. And today we will discuss chapter trial balance. First we have to discuss the syllabus for the chapter. As per CBSE, the syllabus is objectives and preparation, which include trial balance with balance method only. Then the learning outcomes, which means what is expected from students, what they will learn after reading this chapter or studying this chapter. State the need and objectives of preparing trial balance and develop the skill of preparing trial balance. That means they have to learn two topics, need and objectives of preparing trial balance, and the second topic is develop the skill of preparing trial balance. First, we have to learn the meaning of trial balance. It is the statement prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy of ledger. It means the purpose of preparing trial balance is to check the mathematical or arithmetical accuracy of ledger. According to Carter, trial balance is the list of debit and credit balances taken out from ledger. It means we will prepare trial balance by taking debit and credit balances of all ledger accounts. Now the objectives or need of preparing trial balance means why an organization has to prepare trial balance. The first need or objective is to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of ledger account. By preparing trial balance, we can very easily check the arithmetical or mathematical accuracy of our ledger accounts. Second is to help in locating errors. If the total of trial balance is not equal, it means some error has been occurred in the recording or in the posting of transactions. Third point is to obtain a summary of ledger accounts. Trial balance provides a summary of ledger accounts. Fourth point is to help in preparation of final accounts. By taking the summary from trial balance, an organization can very easily prepare its final accounts, that is trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Now, methods for preparing trial balance. There are three methods for preparing trial balance. First is total method, second is balance method, and third is total cum balance method. First, total method. In total method, trial balance is prepared by the total of debit and credit side of ledger accounts. Second, balance method. In balance method, trial balance is prepared by taking balances, that is difference of debit and credit side of ledger account. Third method, total cum balance method. Under this method, trial balance is prepared by taking both total and balance of ledger account. Actually, the third method is a combination of total method and balance method. That means it is a combination of first two methods. First method is total method or balance method. First we have to put the heading, that is trial balance, as at the date on which trial balance is prepared. Then the columns are serial number, name of ledger accounts, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. At the end of the trial balance, we have to calculate the total of both the columns, that is debit amount and credit amount, and the total of both columns must be equal. Then the next is total cum balance method. Under this method, the trial balance is prepared by taking both total of ledger accounts as well as the balances of ledger accounts. In total method or balance method, there were total method shall be equal and the total of two columns of balance method shall be equal. But the totals of total method and the balance method will be entirely different from each other. Now the process of preparing trial balance, and here we will discuss the balance method only. Yes, first we have to know how we have to calculate the balance of a ledger account. For this purpose, we are taking an example of purchases account. As you can see in the slide that there are three amounts in debit side of purchases account, that is to cash rupees 5,000, to bank rupees 6,000, and to X a creditor is rupees 4,000. The total of debit side is rupees 15,000. On the credit side, there is no transaction. For the purpose of calculating balance of this account, we have to deduct the credit side from the total of debit side. That is rupees 15,000 minus nil. There is no amount in credit side. That's why the balance is 15,000 rupees. As the debit side was more than credit side, that's why it is a debit balance. So we can clearly know when debit side is more than credit side, it will be debit balance. When credit side is more than debit side, it is credit balance. All ledger accounts may have different balances, that is debit balance or credit balance. Now the steps for preparing trial balance. When a student is preparing trial balance, first we have to calculate the balances of ledger accounts. And as we all know, if total of debit side of ledger account is more than the total of credit side, then it is debit balance. And vice versa. Means if credit side is total of credit side is more than the total of debit side, it will be a credit balance. Point number 2, draw the format of trial balance as discussed in previous slides. Third point is record debit balances of all accounts, all ledger accounts in debit amount column of trial balance, and record all credit balances of ledger accounts in credit column of trial balance. Fourth point, check the total of debit and credit column of trial balance. Fifth is, if total of both the columns, that is debit column and credit column of trial balance is equal, it is assumed that there is no arithmetical or mathematical error in ledger. Point number 6, but if the total of both sides shows difference, it means there is some arithmetical or mathematical error in ledger or in the books of original entry. We have to find out such difference, but even after making the efforts, if it is not possible to find the reason of the difference, then such difference may be put in a newly opened suspense account. Now some important points to keep in mind for preparing trial balance. All assets account will have debit balances, all liabilities accounts will have credit balances, all expenses and losses will have debit balances, all incomes, gains and profits will have credit balances. We have to keep in mind these points while preparing a trial balance. Now we are taking an example. The example is prepare trial balance from the following balances taken from the purchases rupees 15,000, sales rupees 25,000, cash rupees 10,000, creditors rupees 5,000, for furniture rupees 25,000 and bank rupees 10,000. First we have drawn the format of trial balance and recorded the heading, that is trial balance as at March 31st 2020. The date is given in the example. Now serial number 1, capital account, and as we all know, capital is a liability for the business, that's why it is recorded in credit side. Purchases account always have a debit balance, that's why recorded in debit column. Sales, it is a revenue account, that's why it is recorded in credit side. Cash account, it is an asset for the business, debit side. Creditors, we have to pay the amount to creditors, that's why it is a liability and is recorded in credit side. Furniture account, it is an asset for the business, recorded in debit side. And bank, it is an asset for the business, hence it is recorded in debit side. Now we can clearly see that the total of debit amount is rupees 60,000 and the total of credit amount column is rupees 60,000. Both the columns are equal, that's why we can say that there is no mathematical or arithmetical error in our ledger. Now we are taking one more example of trial balance. Prepare trial balance from the following balances taken from the books of Messrs. Kohli and Sharma on 31st March 2020. Cash in hand, it is an asset. Bank overdraft, it is a liability. Opening stock, an asset. Purchases, an expenses account. Purchases return, it is just reverse of purchases account. Sales, it is a revenue account. Sales return, it is opposite to sales. Traveling expenses, expense. Discount allowed, it is an expense. Discount received is an income. Machinery, an asset. Land and building, it is an asset. Debtors, it is an asset. Creditors, it is a liability. Bills receivable, it is an asset. Capital is a liability. Drawings is amount taken by the proprietor for personal use, hence it is just opposite to capital. Bills payable, it is a liability. Rent, it is an expense. Salaries, it is an expense. Loan credit, it is a liability. It means it is a loan taken from other parties, outsiders. Interest on loan, it is an expense. Now we have to solve the above example. Cash in hand, it is an asset and recorded on debit side. Bank overdraft is a liability, hence recorded on credit side. Opening stock is an asset, that's why recorded on debit side. Purchases is an expense, it is recorded on debit side. Purchases return is just opposite to purchases and it is a reduction in expense, hence recorded on credit side. Sales is a revenue account, it is recorded on credit side. Sales return is opposite to sales, hence recorded on debit side. Traveling expenses, it is an expense, recorded on debit side. Discount allowed, it is an expense, recorded on debit side. Discount received is an income, recorded on credit side. Machinery rupees 24,000, it is an asset, recorded on debit side. Land and building is an asset, recorded on asset side. Debtors is an asset, recorded on asset side. Now at the end of the page we have to total both the sides and we have to record it as total CF. CF means carried forward, that means we will carry forward this total on the next page. On our previous page we have written total as total CF, means total carried forward. Now on this page we have to write total BF, means total brought forward from the previous page. Then next item is creditors, it is a liability on credit side. Bills receivable, it is an asset on debit side. Capital is a liability on credit side. Drawings, it is just his or her personal use. That's why recorded on debit side. Bills payable, it is a liability on credit side. Rent is an expense on debit side. Salaries an expense on debit side. Loan credit means loan taken from outsiders. It is a liability on credit side. Interest on loan, it is interest paid on the loan taken from outsiders. It is an expense on debit side. Now we have to check the total of debit and credit column of the trial balance. Here our total is 2,21,650 each. Means our debit and credit column total is equal. That's why we can say that there is no arithmetical or mathematical